Bill Bowman, head men's lacrosse coach. I'm going to give you a little virtual tour of our athletic facilities today. What you're standing right outside of right now is our main athletic building. This is where our coaches' offices are, our administrators are, as well as our part of our kinesiology department and all of our indoor sports. So what we're going to do is go inside, see a little bit of the athletic training room, the main training room, take you upstairs, let you see the weight room, let you see the track, and the gym itself. Right now we're walking into our main athletic training room. This is where everybody would be coming into during the day in between classes if they needed to get treatment, so that they don't have to go to the one that's down by our locker room during the day. You can schedule appointments. This is where we have a doctor that comes in a couple of times a week to see athletes if they need to be seen after a game or a practice and something's not feeling right. This is where they will get daily rehab as well and work with their specified trainers. You don't have to necessarily see your specific trainer. You check in, there's computers all around that allow you to check in so that your trainer, if they aren't here, will allow them to be able to see what you've been doing rehab-wise. Our main gym area, as you see below you, this is where our main gym is. This is where matriculation, oftentimes graduation happens. This is also where our nationally ranked volleyball team, our men's and women's basketball teams also play. And around it you see a 200-meter track. So during the day, during the evenings, if it's really bad weather outside, this is where you get to come in and do some work. At each corner, if you look, there are stations for cardio machines, as well as some extra workout material for you to be able to use off of the main track as well. And then right now we're going to go inside and let you see the weight room. Where you are right now is our main gym that is used by the entire campus, including oftentimes the president of the university, as well as professors and students alike. This is open almost 24 hours a day. It's open from about 8 in the morning till about 11:30 at night on most nights. And this is where anybody can come in. There's oftentimes what we call FRA classes, so students, whether they're in athletics or not, will be able to come in here and take a class to work on weight training. We do cardio work. The types of classes are expansive, and it gives the students a lot of opportunity to have the ability to work their bodies as well as their minds while you're at Southwestern. As we're walking down, if you want to look at the banners of all the different schools that are part of the SCAC for athletics, they're right up here. Not all of those currently have the sport of men's lacrosse. However, we have 5 that do at this point in time, and we will have a conference championship in Colorado Springs this year. So what we're walking into now is the main athletic fields that Southwestern Lacrosse will use. Obviously this is our main game field. This is used by men's and women's soccer in the fall for games, and men's and women's lacrosse in the spring. Very seldom are there any practices, maybe once once or twice a year when we're trying to acclimate to the sun going down, things like that. However, this is used mostly for just games. It's in great shape. I always liken it to a putting green. That's how well maintained it is. It drains very well, and it's a great place for us to play. We have one of the largest crowds that attend our games, and it's not uncommon during the spring to have baseball going on at the same time that softball's going on, at the same time that lacrosse is going on, and really just have people rotating through. It's a wonderful atmosphere. A lot of times what you'll have is the president of the university, as well as a lot of the professors, come out and support our student athletes, especially the ones on our team. And it's just a great symbiotic relationship that we have. They'll work with you in there as students, and they'll support you out here as athletes. So this is where it all happens. And I feel like it's a great home field advantage because it is natural grass, and you don't find a lot of that these days. And I promise you, when you get to be my age, that your legs will thank you for the wear and tear that you didn't have as well. But it's the guys love it. Our locker room is right there. They literally walk out right here. It's a one-stop shop. And then you can see this is our main practice field, and this is our secondary practice field. We're student athletes in that order. And so what that means is before daylight savings time happens during the beginning of the spring semester, that we'll find the 2 dates of the week that we have the latest class periods, and the guys will be able to come out and we'll practice underneath the lights for those 2 days. And then the days that we get out of class earlier, we can come over here and practice on this field, of course working in conjunction with the other sports as well. But this is where everything is. You literally have lacrosse goals on every single field, and guys can come out and we can do individual work, we can do small unit work, they can come out and get shooting in anytime that they want during the day. It's all right here at their disposal for them to be able to do so. Into is the main meeting room. This is the main meeting room for our entire athletic department. This is used by us for scouting reports, for chalk talks. A lot of times we want to go over something real quick right before practice or a game. We'll go over it very quickly and then head out to the practice fields that you just saw. This is also where we'll do our scouting reports for teams with film sessions. Bring the screens down. We can actually close this divider, have offense on one side, defense on the other, and have individual units work on what we need to do. We use Huddle, and it gives the guys complete access to go and look at even specific people that they would be guarding or going against in the film. And it breaks it down very specifically for us. It's helped us out quite a bit. I'm assuming that you would probably have that you would use as well. The other thing that we do, we can't legislate it when we're on the road, but at home after each game, coaches aren't allowed to speak, but our players come in here and they grade themselves by quarter as well as by things that we do: offense, defense, rides, clears, man up, man down, face-offs, those kind of things. And what we have found since we started doing it is that our chemistry and our culture has gone through the roof. In other words, let's say we won a 4-3 game, the first thing you'll hear out of our offense's mouths are hats off to you defense, because we didn't control possessions well. We took terrible shots. We put y'all on your heels the entire day. You stood on your heads, and you're the reason why we won the game. And it brings out the things that we need to work out on, and it does that through the guys' eyes instead of the coaches. And what has come out of that over the last couple of years is a better chemistry, a better culture, and a better ownership and investment in what we're trying to do as a team. And this is where we do it. Obviously, we do it in the locker room when we're somewhere else. But when we're here, before they go in and shower, before they go say hi to their parents and their girlfriends and everybody else, they're coming in here as a team and talking, and they're honest with each other. You know, someone may say, hey, I thought we did really well on face-offs in the third quarter and we won 2 out of 7. Somebody's like, no, we didn't. This allows the guys to take that and think about it instead of letting it fester over a couple of days or a weekend, and bring it back and start working on it as quickly as possible, with a notion that this is something that needs to be done. And it has made all the difference for us over the last couple of years. And this is where this happens, and it's right across from our locker room. This is our main athletic training room. Yes, we looked at the one that was up in the main building. However, this is the one that's open before and after practices and before and after games. We're very fortunate because we have a full-time athletic trainer for the entire year. They travel with us. They're always one of the first ones here, one of the last ones to leave. I can tell you with a lot of certainty that you may find some other places from an athletic training standpoint that are as good as Southwestern University. I don't believe you will find any that are any better. We have more fully certified athletic trainers on staff than several D1s. They travel with us wherever we go. Our trainer went with us when we went on our international trip last summer to make sure that everything was fine. We have a doctor that will come onto campus literally 2 times a week to check on things and do what we need to. If somebody gets injured and they cannot go, I get a daily report from our athletic trainer and they tell me so-and-so will not even be here, they're under concussion protocol, and then they send stuff out to the appropriate places from a university standpoint, i.e. academic services, their professors, things like that. Or they'll say something like, so-and-so will be out at practice today, but they're working rehab directly with me. Do not expect them to be a part of any kind of practice. They'll be practicing with me. Or they'll go through non-contact, no lateral movement, just through warm-up drills, or they're go as can. And go as can simply means that they're better. They've got to realize that they're better and forget what was bothering them and get back into the flow of things. And that may take 5 minutes, that may take 2 days, but that is how we approach this. It is entirely up to the athletic trainer to let us know where their limitations are and how we need to approach it so that they can get back on the field as quickly, safely, and as efficiently as possible. Now what you're entering is to our main locker room, and I think that what you'll find is that we're very fortunate. This is D1-esque in my opinion, and we have several guys that have transferred in from some D1 schools and they agree. We have, I think, 6 to 8 TVs. All of them can be looked at with a different show in mind. We can put film up on these as well. This is where the guys are in the spring. If we were to have our stuff, you would see both helmets, one on each side. You would have their gloves and their cleats and their pads up here. We would have at the corner of each place some containers for our sticks for them to put in. It's very well prepared. If you look right here, everybody's got a laundry loop, and those laundry loops are very nice because at the end of each practice, you will come in and put all of your practice gear on those laundry loops, put them in one of the bins, and the next day when you come in, they're washed, dried, clean, and hanging back up in your locker. So our athletic director does a great job of taking care of just about everything that we need and almost everything that we want. We're very fortunate to have these facilities. About a third of our student athletes, about a third of our students at Southwestern are student athletes. And so they take it very seriously along with our academics, and this is just one of those things that shows you this is where you would spend an enormous amount of time during our season as we are going through each practice and each game, and we're very fortunate to have this. And then finally, we're in our athletics only weight room. This is where all of our varsity teams come in. They're scheduled at different times, usually 3 days a week off season and as much as they can during season based on their schedules and how that approaches it. We are very fortunate that we are in the top 7% of the nation when it comes to our our strength and conditioning program. We have a full-time strength and conditioning coach, and he works with all of our teams equally, sets up specific training programs for each team. So golf is not going to have the same workout as baseball, is going to have the same workout as football, as men's lacrosse. Ours is specific to our needs and what we do on the field, and the guys love getting in here. It's usually about 45 to 50 minutes. It's a full body workout, and they're in and they're out. And our strength and conditioning coach focuses on what I like to call the small pieces making the big pieces work. In other words, your joints, your connectors, everything that you need to get the big parts of your bodies getting bigger, faster, and stronger. And he does a great job of making sure that we're focusing on strengthening those parts so that everything else works as efficiently as possible. So that means that we're going to do a lot of I's and Y's. We're going to do a lot of core. We're going to have quick sets, multiple sets. We're going to have a major set, an auxiliary set, and we're also going to have a secondary as well. And usually when you come in, if you were to look up on the screen, you would have the workout. The guys know exactly what's happening. You're free to come in and out and go. You know how many sets you have to do, and you get it done and you move on to the next thing. And it's very free flowing, but it's very active and it's very intense. And I can tell you, since we've started doing this a couple of years ago with our strength and conditioning coach, that our injuries, our major injuries, have gone down precipitously, and that we have gotten bigger, faster, and stronger on the field, and it is shown against the teams that we have played. And the main reason why we are in here is injury prevention. Yes, it's to get bigger and stronger, but it's injury prevention. If you aren't in here and you roll an ankle, you could be out 2 weeks. If you have been in here because we're focusing on those small little parts of your body that need to help the big ones move, then you are going to be taped up on the doctor or the trainer on the sideline and back in the game or playing the next day. And that is what this is all about, and it's made all the difference for us, and we're very fortunate to have this. Well, thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. It's for me to show you around our athletic facilities. I think I'm biased, but I think we're pretty lucky to have what we do have. The university, with a third of the students being student athletes, really does take a lot of pride in our athletic facilities and what we have, and men's lacrosse is no exception to that rule. So thank you for your time. I look forward to hearing from you and answering any questions that you may have.